My name is Drew Haines, and this is my story. My life started pretty typical. I began public school when I was 6. I liked school, I had friends, and enjoyed sports, especially swimming. In the 2nd grade, I joined the River Road swim team and competed in swim meets throughout elementary and middle school. When I began high school, I continued swimming and also started playing water polo. I really enjoyed swimming, but I loved water polo. This was the sport I was passionate about. I worked really hard because I loved it. I practiced 6 days a week, usually twice a day, with 6 a.m. workouts, which totaled about 4 hours a day. My goal was to break at least one high school swimming record at my high school and play Division I college water polo. There are typically fewer than 10 girls in the state of Oregon who actually make it to play Division I water polo for any college. I knew it would be hard work, but I was determined. By my senior year in high school, I had been swimming for 11 years. I was captain of my water polo team and district champion and proudly held the South Eugene swimming records for 2 events, which I still hold to this day. I was also selected as one of only 5 girls in the state of Oregon to play Division I college water polo, the only one from Eugene, and I received an athletic scholarship to do it. My hard work paid off. September 2009, I headed down to California State University. I lived in the dorms with my fellow teammates and was an official Cal State Roadrunner.
This is my fridge. Let me show you what's in my fridge.
Our first game would be against Stanford, which most of the team were Olympians, and I was more than excited to compete. I quickly grew close to my team, as we did everything together. Ate, slept, studied, and worked out. Since I was so far away from home, when we had long weekends, I took turns going home with different teammates for family visits. In January 2010, on Martin Luther King weekend, I went to San Diego with my friends Corinne and Haley to visit Corinne's family. We had a great weekend, and on Monday, January 18th, 2010, we left to return to school. That particular day, Los Angeles received an unusual amount of rain. And on that day, in that 1 hour, in that 1 minute, in one split second, my life changed forever. Corinne's car hit standing water on the freeway. We hydroplaned, the car spun, and we hit a cement divider head-on going 60 miles per hour. As they pulled me from the car and loaded me onto a gurney, I realized I couldn't feel my legs. That's when I realized something was really wrong. My parents received the phone call that no parent ever wants to receive. Their daughter was in a car accident. Her back was broken in 2 locations, one of which her spine was broken in half. She would need immediate surgery. My mom quickly booked a flight to Burbank and rushed to be by my side before surgery. Surgery lasted for 8 hours, where I was fitted for stabilizing rods, plates, and screws.
Lumbar fusion surgery is performed to eliminate painful movement of the spine or to treat spinal instability. These are what go into the pedicles. They'll go in adjacent levels and a rod will get placed in between here to secure the spine together in that position. Let's let Kevin take a shot and we'll get a picture on there of what we got.
The prognosis of my injury was uncertain to doctors. Although it seemed inevitable, I'd be paralyzed in some form or another.
Oh. Oh. Oh, ow, 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 okay, ow. Down you go, ow, down you go. Oh.
I spent a week in ICU and nearly 2 months in the hospital.
It was a pretty rough day today. Been a pretty rough couple days. Alright, love you.
My parents were handed a Christopher Reeve manual on how to take care for a newly disabled person, and I was trained by an occupational therapist on how to live my life in a wheelchair. On January 18th, 2010, in that 1 hour, in that 1 minute, in one split second, my life changed forever.
Is it working now? Yeah.
I'm super nervous. Sorry if I just start crying. That was my story, and here's my story now. I was told that I could possibly be paralyzed for the rest of my life and confined into a wheelchair. I was told that even if my legs weren't paralyzed, my bowels and bladder would most likely be paralyzed. And today I have no paralysis. I was told that if I could ever walk again, it would be, thank you. It would be 5 to 10 years before I could walk unassisted without a walker or a cane. I walked unassisted in less than 3 months. I was told if I could walk, I would have a limp for the rest of my life, and I walked perfectly normal with no limp. I was told I would never play water polo again, which is really heartbreaking because that was my favorite thing to do in the whole world. Last term, I played water polo for the University of Oregon. I was told I would probably be on painkillers and antidepressants for the rest of my life. I'm painkiller free and antidepressant free. Those statements made to me were completely wrong, and I made sure of it. I would not allow those words to dictate my future. Each and every one of you have been or will be put in a difficult situation, either decisions made by you, someone else, or by complete accident. At some point, you'll have to make a choice to believe what someone will say to you, you can't do it, it's impossible, or you'll never succeed, or to believe in yourself and say, I can do it, and anything's possible, and I will succeed. Life isn't always fair. It wasn't fair that everything that I worked so hard for was taken away from me. It isn't fair that some of your parents can't afford to pay the bills. It isn't fair that some of us aren't pretty, or as skinny, or as smart as our friends. It isn't fair that sometimes we're just not loved the way we need to be loved. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Some situations that are bad, even really bad, can and should be turned around and used for good. I will use the accident as a guide for the rest of my life. And because if I can get through that, I can get through anything. Without this accident, I wouldn't be standing here telling you my story, and I wouldn't know how truly strong I am. Throughout our lives, circumstances will come and go. Many circumstances will seem unfair or impossible to get through, but I encourage each and every one of you to take control of your circumstances and don't let them control you. Turn what starts as bad around to be good. Be a leader and not a follower. Each time you get knocked down, stand up and claim what is yours and press forward. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Believe in yourself and don't give up, because each of you are stronger than you know. Does anyone want to ask any questions?
This is a really inspirational story. Have you thought about writing a book?
I have. I just don't know where to start. No idea. But I would like to. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Where did you draw the inner strength from? What would you say was the cornerstone for you to draw from to give you that ability that you have to do what you've done?
I prayed a lot, so I feel like my family and my faith helped me through everything. All right, thank you so much.
Stronger than you know. Way to go, Drew. And we want you to take this with you today. This I'm Stronger Than You Know t-shirt. And a certificate that says you are stronger than you know. This recognition goes to Drew for having a strong sense of herself, not being afraid to take on a challenge, making healthy decisions, and demonstrating what it means to be a strong girl.